Good evening, Chuggalos. Today is day 6 of the Brew Crew podcast Christmas Advent Calendar Special. And today is extra special because I'm not filming this at midnight. So you know, it is bright and early at 6 p.m. in the evening. I mean, p.m. just kind of insinuates it's in the evening, but I don't know. It's whatever. It's one of them days, you know. Today we have Bookhouse, Brick and Mortar. And based off the Googling that I did when I got it pulled up on Untapped, I can only assume that Bookhouse Brewing is the one that the website linked to. I mean, I'm assuming. Bookhouse Brewing is another Cleveland brew. They are from West 25th Street, Cleveland, Ohio. They operate a tap room in the historic Bayer, I can only assume B-A-E-H-R, Bayer brewery building, as well as an on-site 7-barrel brewery. Each batch of beer and cider is handmade with the highest quality ingredients, blah, 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 kind of fluff. And that's all the main website says, actually. And then you have to scroll down. It's got their hours, and you have to click learn more about Bookhouse, and it pulls you to a whole nother website, and it's just a picture of a dude who I can only assume is the maybe the brewer, the owner, both, whatever the hell he is. Yeah, alright looking dude, you know. They got beers and ciders in-house. Their website, I'm going to be completely honest, is a little kind of over the top. It's one of those ones where like the pictures like scroll with the like each like bracket of things. I haven't watched Matt's video, so maybe he does the whole like picture-in-picture situation and talks about that. But they have food at this brewery, thankfully. And as I'm clicking through the screens, I notice my face getting darker and darker on the thing. Sorry about that. I'll return to a brightly lit website here momentarily. But just pulling up their menu real quick. Super simple stuff. Hot dog roll, sausage roll, banana pepper roll, pepperoni roll. Just seems like real simple, easy stuff. I mean, it looks. You know, I would hope for the price that some of these things are. I hope they're on the larger side. But being categorized as bites leads me to believe that it's not very large portions. So that gets a 2 frowny STEV faces out of some other amount of STEV faces. Doesn't seem to be super crazy. They've got a whole list of building originally started. Founder Jacob and Magdalene Bayer were German immigrants who maintained a strict moral code in their establishment. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, some history about the building that they're located in. Cans and kegs is an unclickable thing. I don't know, the website's it's alright. I'm curious what Matt would have to say about it if he has anything to say about it. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to talk about beer. We're not here to talk about websites. I'm not a website maker or anything like that, so I just am not too worried about it, you know what I mean? But back with another Barrel House shorty. Again, Bookhouse, Brick and Mortar, and it's hard to see it, but they've got this damn near filled up to right underneath the lip of the bottle. Not like that bull crap, you know, the whole neck of the beer isn't even filled up. So we're going to. Apparently, I grabbed a dirty glass today. That's just smudged. That's all. We're going to pour this bad boy out. This is a pale ale, an English pale ale, supposedly. And it's ringing in at 5% alcohol by volume. fits perfect. Set that off to the side. Again, I don't particularly mind dirtying a glass. I know other Chuggalos are a little apprehensive to that. I don't mind. For this, at least, I'll dirty a glass. You know what I mean? It's worth it. Very, I don't know, maybe yeasty flavored. This is definitely just like a proper cup of, not a cuppa, that's like tea. This is like a proper English pint. If this is like if you went into any English bar, I would assume this is something that people are drinking. Or, you know, something up to that effect, you know, not from Cleveland, Ohio specifically. But this seems like a proper beer. You know what I mean? A bunch of burly men get done at the England factory, and I don't know. I have no idea where I'm going with that. This is super low check-ins on this beer. 150 total, 153 total, 150 unique. So either this beer just got made, or it just isn't super, you know, proliferated throughout the masses. But it's all right. I mean, it's like sitting on my palate. It's roasty, yeasty. I mean, it's something you'd like stop at a pub after work, crush like 2 of these, go home. You know what I mean? Nothing eventful, nothing crazy, or, you know, it's not gonna wow you, which I don't think you would want something like that out of this. You're not gonna get like a raspberry pale ale or raspberry English pale ale or some shit like that. But it might work. I don't know. I'm not a brewer, so. But in an effort to not drag on for 20-30 minutes plus, I've got Chuggalo STEV's dad and Chuggalo Uncle Mark's reviews to go into here for you guys. Unfortunately, yesterday was the last day of my gifted from Chuggalo JD his beers, but I've got I'll rattle off the reviews here for you. Starting with Chuggalo STEV's dad, Bookhouse Brick and Mortar Pale Ale. Not a fan. This OG Pale Ale definitely harkens back to first gen Pale Ales. I probably would never order or ask for this by name. 1.0. Okay, so that's back-to-back duds for Chuggalo STEV's dad. And then there's ellipses here. Also, Chuggalo STEV's stepmom gives it 5 pukey face emojis. Pukey face emoji scale. Okay, it goes into 1 to 4 pukey face emojis. This would be good with wings or a burger. 5 pukey faces emoji. She would never drink it again. Eva. EVAH. So, there you have it from Chuggalo STEV's dad and stepmom. Did not seem to be enjoyable for either of them, actually. So, I'm shocked. A lot of impressive things are happening this year with the Brew Crew podcast Christmas Advent calendar. I'm glad everybody's having fun. Moving on to Chuggalo Uncle Mark, I've got today's offering. I see is from a brewery called Bookhouse, which the Googles inform me is located in Cleveland. Cleveland is also home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the House of Blues, a small club where my partner and I, along with Chuggalo STEV's dad and his lovely wife Rosetta, Chuggalo stepmom, once attended a very good My Chemical Romance show. The website for Bookhouse states that its mission is, quote, to provide thoughtful hospitality to our guests through beer that facilitates community and conversation, end quote. Shout out Chuggalo Uncle Mark for going more into the website than I did when I had it pulled up on the monitor right next to me. A very worthwhile goal. The Advent beer list informs me that Brick and Mortar is a pale ale, something which I have limited experience. So here we go. Into the timestamps. 5:31. I pour, I sniff, I drink, I ponder. 5:35. Verdict reached. Not bad. Definitely some hops involved, earning it a 3 right off the bat. It's also got a bit of a bitter aftertaste, for which I'll award it another 0.5. Total 3.5. An acceptable local brew that I'd happily spend an afternoon or evening with. Next time I'm in Cleveland, I'll make it a point to check the Bookhouse out. Until mañana, Chuggalo Uncle Mark. So that's three reviews actually. Which now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't even give this a score. But for Bookhouse Brick and Mortar Pale Ale, I'm gonna give it a 3.25. It's roasty, it's yeasty to me, very not crushable, but makes me want more. It keeps me wanting more, yearning for more. It's crisp. It's rich. It's dark almost without being a dark beer, and I thoroughly enjoy it. But 3.25, not exactly a type of beer I would search for or go after. But it's nice to give it a try. But as always, in summation, Chuggalo STEV's dad gives it a 1. Chuggalo stepmom gives it a 5 pukey face emojis. Chuggalo Uncle Mark gives it a 3.5, and I give it a 3.25. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night.